It happened so quietly that even the most devoted fans almost missed it. No flashing lights, no red carpet, just a single photograph, posted late at night, on a calm weekend when no one was expecting anything new. A photo that would break the internet within hours. Because in that picture, Kim Go-eun was smiling. But not just any smile. It was different, lighter, freer, like someone who had finally exhaled after holding her breath for too long. And there, glinting faintly on her hand, was a ring. A simple, elegant band that sent millions of hearts into overdrive. Comments flooded in instantly. Is that what I think it is? Wait, whose jacket is she wearing? No way she moved on? For months, fans have been holding their breath, wondering, waiting, hoping that maybe, just maybe, Kim Go-eun and Lee Min-ho's story wasn't over. But that one picture changed everything. Because sometimes, a single image says what words never could. For those who had followed their journey from the very beginning, it was hard not to feel something deeper. They'd once been everyone's favorite pairing. Two stars whose chemistry felt too real to be scripted, whose glances carried a weight that no camera could capture. From their time filming The King, Eternal Monarch, to the quiet interactions that followed off-screen, they had built a story that fans couldn't stop believing in. But as the months passed, rumors began to spread, whispers of distance, of tension, of choices that pulled them in different directions. And then, the betrayal. No one knows what really happened, but sources close to both say, there was a moment that changed everything. Something said in anger, something broken beyond repair. Lee Min-ho had been seen with someone new, a model, a rising actress. The tabloids called it professional collaboration. But for Kim Go-eun, it felt like a blade twisting slowly in the quiet of her heart. Because love isn't always loud. Sometimes it ends in silence. No goodbyes, no closure, just unanswered messages, and a space where laughter used to live. After the rumors, Kim Go-eun vanished. No interviews, no events, no social media updates for weeks. Fans worried, friends whispered, and Lee Min-ho, he stayed quiet, too quiet. People said he buried himself in work, signing new endorsements, filming dramas, smiling through what looked like heartbreak in disguise. But there were moments, short, fleeting moments, where his mask slipped, an unfocused stare during a fan meet, a sigh between takes, a quiet song posted to his playlist at 2 a.m. with the caption, "Some things can't be fixed." It didn't take long for fans to connect the dots. Something was broken between them, and it might never be mended. But tonight, everything changed again, because Kim Go-eun stepped back into the light, and the world noticed. Her latest public appearance was breathtaking. Gone was the quiet, reserved actress we'd seen months ago. In her place stood a woman glowing with new energy, stronger, calmer, radiant in a way that could only come from healing. The cameras flashed. Her hair caught the golden light. And when she lifted her hand to wave, that ring shimmered once more. The reporters tried to stay professional, but curiosity spilled into their questions. Go-eun SSI, you look happy. Is there someone special behind that smile? She paused, her lips curving into a soft, knowing grin. I think happiness comes when you stop waiting for someone to bring it to you, she said. You start building it yourself. The crowd erupted. 1,000 interpretations were born in an instant. Was she confirming a new love? Or was she simply telling the world that she had found peace, with or without him? But then came the twist no one saw coming, because just hours later, a photo surfaced, not from a paparazzi, not from a magazine, but from a fan. A quiet snapshot taken outside a Seoul art gallery. In it, Kim Go-eun stood beside a man, tall, gentle-looking, dressed simply. They weren't holding hands. They weren't posing. But the way he looked at her, the way she smiled back, it said everything. A softness that only exists between two people who understand each other without words. The photo spread across every platform within minutes. Who is he? She looks happy again. He's not Lee Min-ho. Is this real? And somewhere in the quiet, Lee Min-ho must have seen it too. Insiders say he found out while filming abroad. A crew member showed him the photo during a break. He didn't say anything at first, just stared at the screen for a long time, expression unreadable. Then he simply said, "Good for her." But according to that same crew member, he didn't speak for the rest of the day, because sometimes the hardest thing to do is to watch someone you love find happiness without you. As for Kim Go-eun, those close to her say the new man isn't from the industry. He's someone she met quietly, through mutual friends, long after everything with Min-ho ended. A writer, someone who values privacy, someone who understands what it means to live in the shadows of fame. And perhaps that's exactly what she needed. Someone who didn't see the spotlight, but saw her. Fans, of course, are divided. Some still hold on to the dream of the on-screen couple finding their way back to each other. They say the ring might not mean romance at all, that it could be a promise to herself, a symbol of growth after heartbreak. Others believe the opposite, that she's moved on, that this new man has become the quiet anchor she once wished Min-ho could be. Either way, the world can't look away, because this isn't just another celebrity headline. It's the story of two people who once shared something rare, something fragile, and are now learning what it means to live separate lives under the same unrelenting light. Later that week, Lee Min-ho posted a message on his fan community. No names, no direct references, just a photo of the ocean at sunset and a caption that read, "Sometimes you let go, not because you stop caring, but because you finally learn to." It broke hearts everywhere. The timing, the tone, the emotion, everything pointed to Kim Go-eun. And yet, it wasn't bitter. It was gentle, almost thankful, as if he knew that love, in the end, doesn't always mean staying. Sometimes it means setting someone free. Weeks passed. The internet calmed. The headlines moved on. But for those who truly followed their story, this chapter didn't feel like an ending. It felt like something softer, a transition. Because the truth is, no matter where their lives go, their story will always linger in the spaces between their words, their memories, their smiles, the kind of connection that doesn't fade. It simply changes shape. Maybe Kim Go-eun found someone new. Maybe she found herself again. Maybe both. And maybe, somewhere far from the noise, Lee Min-ho saw that photo one last time, smiled quietly, and whispered, "She deserves it." That's the part fans never see. The quiet grace behind the scenes. Because behind every headline, behind every viral post, there are hearts still learning how to heal. Kim Go-eun's ring may have started the conversation, but what truly caught the world's attention wasn't the sparkle of gold. It was the strength in her eyes, the way she carried herself after